Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sonam Arora, Assistant Professor, LG Integrated MBA. Welcome you all to the next video session of subject Advanced Financial Management. Today, we are going to discuss about the weighted average cost of capital. So the weighted average cost of capital is also called as your composite cost of capital. It is the average cost of various sources of financing. So when we use the word various source, it means we are talking about the debt capital, equity capital, or preference and retained capital. The weight is calculated according to the proportion of each element bear to the total pool of your capital. So, business need funds and every fund has its own cost because no fund is free of cost. So, the value of a firm, which is denoted here with V, is equal to your D and E. So, D here is your cost of debt and E here is your cost of equity. So when we talk about the firm, when we talk about the value of a firm, it is your debt and equity combination. So what is the cost of your debt and what is the cost of your equity is an ultimate cost of your firm. So what is the proportion of a debt and equity in your business? So how can we get a particular proportion? We take one example here. If you are having 100 rupees in your pocket, so out of that 100 rupees, 50 rupees, 60 rupees is given by your friend. So that is your borrowing capital. You borrowed it from your friend. So 60 is your borrowing capital and remaining 40 rupees is your own saving. So the ratio here is 6:4 or we can say 3:2. So what is the proportion? So how can we get the proportion? By dividing it with the whole amount. So here the proportion is D divided by V. That is a proportion, that is a weight of dividend, weight of debt capital. Similarly, the weight of equity capital is E divided by V. Now how we average out the whole? So for average outing the whole, the D divided by V, which is the proportion, which is the weight of debt capital, multiply the cost of debt capital plus the cost of equity capital is multiplied by the weight of equity capital, and similarly we increase the equation by introducing the preference capital also. Now look at the formula. The basic formula is WACC. Now WACC is a weighted average cost of capital. So the weighted average cost of capital is equals to the weight of particular source. So we go in a sequence of an equity, preference and debt capital. So the first one is an equity capital, the weight of equity multiplied by the return on equity or the cost of equity, plus the weight of preference share multiplied by the rate of preference share, plus the weight of debt multiplied by the cost rate of the debt. Here we use the word tax rate. So we use the tax rate with the debt capital only because we understand, we talked it about in our previous sessions also, that the debt capital, the interest capital is a chargeable tax capital. Whereas when we talk about the preference, we need not to pay any tax on the preference capital. The calculation of tax is not there in the preference cost. The tax calculation is only in the cost of debenture. Now look at the particular example. A firm has the following capital structure and after tax cost for the different sources of fund are already given in the example. So we are having 4 different capitals, 4 different sources of fund in our example, that is our debt, preference, equity and retained earning. So that capital is 15 lakh, preference capital is 12 lakh, equity capital is 18 lakh and retained earning is 15 lakh. So the overall cost of company or the overall structure or overall amount the company have is 60 lakh. So the proportion is, if we do the proportion, it is 25%, 20%, 30% and 25% again. The after tax cost is already given to us. Now we have to calculate the weighted cost. So the proportion of debt capital is 25% and the after tax cost is 5%. I multiply 25% and 5% and able to get 1.25. Similarly, I repeat the same calculation for preference, equity and retained earning. So for your better understanding, I can say that I multiply the column number 3, that is proportion, with a column number 4, that is after tax cost, and I'm able to get the final cost, which is the combination of all these 4 sources. Yeah, the total or a summation of all these 4 sources, that is 9.6%. It means your weighted average cost of capital is the composite cost of all the different sources, that is debt, preference, equity and retained earning. Now, the basic question is how I take the weights, how I took the proportion. So there are 3 different types of proportion that exist. The first one is your book value. It is the most basic weight or most basic proportion. It works on the face value. The weight are said to be book value weight if the proportion of different sources are ascertained on the basis of the face value or the accounting value or the book values. Now, practically it is not possible. So, the second weight is a market weight. The weight calculated on the basis of the market value of different sources. We take one example here. Recently, the shares of Yes Bank are introduced in 2 rupees. So that is their opening price, their basic book value. But it started trading in the market at the 12 rupees or 15 rupees and so on. So what value you are going to take? 2 rupees, which is in the book, or the 15 rupees, which is the market value? Because if you are considering 2 rupees, it will not give you the actual value or a right value. So the market value is always a better solution in times of calculation of the weights. For this, the firm has to find out the current market price of the security. Now, this is the second biggest challenge. It will be easy to calculate the debt capital or the preference capital. But in case of a equity share capital, the calculation of market price is little bit difficult. And the third one is your marginal value. It is that proportion in which the firm intended to raise the additional fund. So it is not your present fund, it is your future fund which you are intend to raise in future. So it is the additional funds which company want to raise from a different sources, and company wants to do this calculation so that it is able to manage it proper capital structure. So these are the different types of weights which a company can consider while do the calculation of the weighted average cost of capital. We already go through with the composite structure and the different elements of the capital structure with an equity, debenture, retained earnings and preferential capital in our previous session. Till now, we have discussed about the weighted cost of capital. For this particular session, I use the reference of Prasanna Chandra I.M. Pandey and a YouTube channel of Ryerson University. I prefer that you all people go and check out this particular video. Thank you. Keep safe and keep learning.